God our Father, we are all your servants. We trust in your mercy and love. We trust also in your guidance. Direct the meetings of this council of North College Hill to make good decisions for all the people who live in our city. Give all the members of this council wisdom and insight to know what is best for our city. Help us to be fair and just in all of our decisions. Bless us to do the very best we can. With your help and guidance, we pray this in your name. Amen.
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 The pledge. Oh, sorry. Now the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Calling to order the meeting of North College Hill City Council for February 21st, 2023. Mr. Hedger, could you please call the roll?
Sure. Ms. Dukestein?
Present.
Mr. Wall?
Present.
Ms. Underwood?
Here.
Ms. Alexander?
Here.
Ms. Zorb?
Here.
Ms. Blythe?
Here.
Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Members of council, you have before you the agenda.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I move that we accept tonight's agenda.
Madam President,
Mr. Wall?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion to accept the agenda by Ms. Underwood and a second by Ms. Dewald. Please call the roll.
Ms. Dukestein?
Yes.
Mr. Wall?
Yes.
Ms. Underwood?
Yes.
Ms. Zorb?
Yes.
Ms. Alexander?
Yes.
Ms. Blythe?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Sorry, yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I make a motion, you didn't even announce it, I'm sorry. I rescind that motion.
My fellow members of council, you have before you the minutes from our council meeting of February the 6th, 2023.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I move to approve the minutes for 2/6/23.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion to accept the council minute meetings from February 6th. Motion from Dewald, second from Underwood. Please call the roll.
Ms. Dukestein?
Yes.
Mr. Wall?
Yes.
Ms. Underwood?
Yes.
Ms. Zorb?
Yes.
Ms. Alexander?
Yes.
Ms. Blythe?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Thank you. Mr. Hedger, do we have any communications this evening?
Madam President, I have no communications at this time.
Thank you. We shall move on to council committees. Do we have a report from the City Community Development and Recreation?
Thank you, Madam President. We haven't met since our last meeting. I canceled our last meeting because I was sick, so sorry about that. Our next meeting will be March 13th at 6:30 here in council chambers.
Thank you. Our next report will be Budget and Finance.
We had 2 meetings since we last had our council meeting. Both of them in entirety were executive session. And we will meet again proposedly February the 28th. And time we do not know yet.
Thank you. Our next committee is Rules and Public Policy.
Thank you, Madam President. We have not met since our last council meeting. Our next Rules and Public Policy meeting will be February 27th at 6:30 p.m.
And Public Safety.
Thank you, Madam President. We haven't met since our last council meeting. Our next public safety meeting will be February 27th at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you for that report. Do we have any ad hoc committee committees to report? Hearing none, we will move on to administrative reports. Excuse me. Madam Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. I have a couple of things. I also have a joint report because I have some things from Chief Schran as well. I did, just to follow up on some things, I did speak to Mr. Spangler confirming April 3rd for Student Government Day, and he is on board with that. He said what will happen is in March, he will contact me to let me know, how many kids are actually going to participate so that we have a better idea of, who they will mock, mimic, or help, whatever they choose to do. With great excitement, I know you can't tell, we have hired a city administrator, Ms. Jennifer Eakey, and she will begin on Monday, February 27th. We plan to do a public announcement, advertising or, letting everybody know that we do have a new city administrator. I'm excited. I look forward to working with her. She's excited as well. We have different things that, we plan to work on, move forward, get started. So I'm excited, and I'm sure most of you are as well. I don't want to spill, but she has a ton of experience, and her background is basically with economic development, but I'm just excited to see her come so we can move forward. And with that, some of the things that Chief Schran had on his report was a combination of mine as well, so I'll just but touch on it. As you know, we did acquire the senior center. We did get the quit claim deed signed, so we do have that signed. We do have insurance on the building as well. Actually, Miss Clear has done a phenomenal job. I met her today over there, clearing out some things in that space. So kudos to her for that, because it does not look like what it did when we first went in there, when we first got the keys to go in and look. It really looks nice, or better than it did, as I should say. So between now and the beginning of April, Public Works, when they can, are going to go in and try to spruce up some things, whatever we can do, like painting and clearing everything out. They did take the dumpster. I do believe that I saw an email where the conversation is talking about having a dumpster brought back. It was just taken the 10th, and I think the emails crossed, so they're going to bring another dumpster out, I believe. So then with that, I wanted to throw out as well one of the things that I thought about doing. And again, I wanted to touch base when our city administrator comes, is to start a commission for the senior center, just to see what her ideas are on that. Not quite sure what that body looks like, but I think it'll be important, or, for them, maybe to have a couple of the seniors on that as well, because they know what's best for them. And we, of course, we want to make sure that we continue their services and along with other services, but they're our primary project, or not project, but that's our primary concern right now, what they need. The other thing, he said that we had a brief conversation before the meeting. Chief Schran says that he updated the resolutions for council per their request. I'm not sure who received them, if anyone did, but he states that he did. He also states that he sent the police contract to the Finance Committee for discussion, to be brought up when you guys are ready to discuss it. Again, I'm reading per his notes. He did not say who he sent it to. He just said he sent it to the committee, so I'm assuming he sent it to the members of the Finance Committee. The other thing that he has on here, and he and I had discussed, he's working on, with the Center for Local Government on the electric consortium and the upcoming contract. I know that there is going to be a tight deadline. He just found out about this last week, and today he got the mock resolution, and I'm sure he said he was going to send it over to the law office to see if they can make up a resolution. So that I know you don't like to suspend, but in order for us to stay in it and have the lower rates, that's something that we're going to have to probably suspend readings on. He's trying to get it as soon as he can. Of course, he didn't get it until he heard about it last week. The gentleman didn't email him back and send him the information until today. So, and from just the brief conversation that he and I had, I believe it has to be done in the earlier part of March. So the next thing that he has the police department had their annual entire department meeting and introduced the start of the Officer Wellness and Peer Support Program, partnering with Tri-State Peer Support. And I believe he was saying that that's through a $13,000 ARPA grant that they received, that they were able to participate in that. As you all know, we have the Hinkle report coming up. We were denied again. The report is now due March 1st. I've been touching base with Ms. Vanderberg. She is working on it, and I do know that Chief Schran and Chief Fells are working with her on that as well, so that we can make that deadline. So I've heard about this in CIC, and I don't know if I missed another committee meeting about the 1819 Dallas property. Is that in someone's committee? Because the city owns that property.
Oh, sorry. Madam President.
Sorry, I forgot that was me.
You just thought I liked staring at you. Sorry, I'm assuming that you're letting me talk now. But that was brought up in the code enforcement task force meeting, but nothing was done or said about it. It was just brought up that we own that property.
So it wasn't brought back to council?
No.
Okay. So the city owns 1819 Dallas, and the property has been vacant for several years. I can go back at least 7 or 8 if my math is correct. So we're paying for grass, and I think some of you may remember who were there. Mrs. Dewall, Ms. Zorb, you may remember when at one point the police said we can use it as a hub. Somebody else said we can use something else for it. Well, it's still sitting there. And, if we want to be good stewards and charge everybody else, we need to probably figure out what we're going to do with that property. I know it's been talked in CIC as well, some options. Renovating it, maybe selling it, renovating it, or renting it out. We just need to make a decision on it. It sounds like we're paying about $100 a month just for like grass upkeep, because they have to go cut it every week or every 2 weeks.
Madam President,
Ms. Blythe?
I think you saw my email, Mayor Nichols, at the last code enforcement meeting. Chief Fells wanted to come to the CI meeting with Bill Knight, which is this Thursday, but neither one of them were available because we were scheduled for them to speak at the CIC meeting. So hopefully they'll be able to talk with CIC at the next meeting.
Yeah, I know Chief Fells has been trying to get there for a while.
And you were there, but third Thursday of the month. But we attempted to connect with the properties, but it didn't work this month. Thank you.
So yeah, hopefully he can get there next, because I had a conversation with him as well about that property and another property, but I'm sorry, the address of the other property, I can't remember what it is. 2 other things he had on here. Chief Fells stated that he authorized the burial of a resident that was statutorily obligated by Ohio Revised Codes. What is that? The indigent? I believe that's what it is. Indigent. I'm sorry. I guess we have some type of responsibility to take care of paying for the burial, so he approved that. And finally, he did talk to Braden about you guys' lovely street sweeper schedule. I also, I have been looking for the actual contract. There is one. Anyway, the street sweeper schedule will not be ready until the end of March,
No, Madam
according
President,
to this.
I'm just going to ask, it's not ready? What's wrong with it?
The schedule. Nothing's wrong with the
Oh, I'm
street
sorry.
sweeper. The schedule that you asked for.
I must have heard every other word.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He plans to publish it at the end of March. So,
Wonderful.
and then, and that's all I have. I had one other thing, but I forgot it.
Do you have more?
I left my note in there, so,
Um,
wait, let me make sure.
I have a question or possible suggestion. Perhaps you could, or the administration could consider having an open house to welcome Miss Iki, and we could all
Oh,
meet her that way.
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas.
Okay.
I wanted.
I'm sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder.
No,
Sorry.
don't. I mean, any ideas open, but I was considering what would be best for, we don't get a lot of turnout. It would end up people here, maybe a couple of the businesses, but, and I'm actually going to meet with her this week and just to see how she wants to transition in next week and, to see, I want to be respectful of what she plans to do as she comes in and just to see what days she's available to meet. So that was part of it. I needed to touch base with her first to see. She wants to because we talked about it. You can have that if you need it. We talked about it, so just a matter of when, where, what works for everybody. And I think it'll probably be evenings because everyone works during the day.
Awesome. Any other questions for the mayor? Right, let's move on to call of members. We'll start with Ms. Dukestein.
I too would like to welcome Jennifer Iki. I'm excited. And then that is all.
we were going to keep this meeting short, so I was going to say welcome to Ms. Iki, and I can't wait to meet her and get things rolling. And then also, I'm so appreciative about the street sweeper schedule. Wow, say that 3 times.
Sweeper.
Ms. Underwood.
I would like to say I'm very excited to meet Miss Iki. Hopefully you're watching. Welcome, welcome. We can't wait to meet you. And I am so gratified that there's finally a deed to the senior center. So I'm excited to, do some things for our seniors. Thank you.
It's on my desk if anyone would like to see it. I have a copy.
I'm sorry, we can't.
If anyone would like to see it, I have a copy on my desk.
And see it online.
Do you care if I go next?
No, I'm waiting.
All right, I just have a few quick things. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Chief Schran. I saw a police officer running radar on Hamilton Avenue today. I was elated. I might have snuck by and congratulated him. I was in awe. So thank you, Chief Schran. If that was your doing, awesome. And welcome, Ms. Iki. Can't wait to meet you. That's all I got.
I would like to welcome Ms. Iki as well. Excited for the new things for our city. And I think that's it. And I'm excited about the senior center, finally getting that rolling and seeing some ideas and everything like that. So that's it.
Ms. Blythe?
For those interested, the next Community Improvement Corporation meeting is this Thursday. Should be February, I believe, 23rd at 6:30 p.m. here in council chambers. All right, thank you.
Ms. Anderson?
Thanks, Madam President. Well, first, I actually want to thank you, Miss Mary Jo, because while I was out sick, you helped a lot. So thank you. I appreciate it. You kind of stepped in for me. I appreciate you. I also want to thank Chief Schran and Chief Fells. I know how much they're doing. I know how much time and energy and love that they're putting into this city right now, and I don't think that they're getting even close to as much appreciation as they deserve. So if you ever see Chief Schran or Chief Fells out there, give them a big high five, hug, handshake, something to make them feel better. I also want to say welcome to Miss Iki. I can't wait to meet her, and I'm sad to announce, but I know everybody in here already knows, but I'm sure people in TV land don't. My last day on city council will be April 3rd. I'll be moving to a different city, so I can't be on council any longer. But if North College Hill thinks they're getting rid of me, that's really funny. 'Cause I will still be here, and I'll still be involved. And I'm very excited about the senior center and about the new projects coming our way. And I love Miss Clear, and I hope she knows that I'm going to be at her beck and call anytime she wants as a volunteer. So I'm really sad to be going, but I'm excited to leave it on a high note with a positive city manager coming in and a wonderful council, and I know I'm leaving it in good hands. So thank you, guys.
Thanks for all you do.
Madam President,
Mr. Hedger?
Ms. Anderson, I will need a formal resignation letter. Thank you. That's all.
Let me Google how to write those, and I'll get over to you.
Okay, we'll move on to remarks from the audience. Since there is no audience, we'll move on to legislation. Mr. Hedger, would you like to?
Thank you. Second reading, resolution number 2, 2023, a resolution to certify assessments to the county auditor for placement on the tax duplicate.
Mr. Hedger?
Madam President, I move that we suspend the third reading for resolution number 2-2023.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
do we need to make the corrections on this before we pass it?
Well, yes, but we're just suspending readings right now.
I just asked, would you, so,
The answer is yes, before we vote on it.
because my assumption was we would make the corrections and then suspend and then pass. Okay, never mind. I second.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Underwood and a second from Ms. Dewald to suspend the to suspend the third reading on Resolution 2, 2023. Please take the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWalm,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorm,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed, 7-0.
Thank you. Ms. Dewald, you're up.
I make a motion to change the errors on the 3 documents. I haven't actually thoroughly checked the 5th, Resolution 5, for the dates. And I get, the date on Resolution 5, I think, looks good. It's 23. But the back page, the signage
Just do
page,
these one at a time.
you're just going to do one at a time?
We are.
Okay. To correct Resolution 2, on the back page, to make it read the year 2023 rather than 2022.
Madam President,
Mr. Hedger, as I see it, that's noted 4 different times. Because the resolution number is also 2023? Is that what you see? 4 times?
Yes, Madam President.
Madam President, I'll second.
Mr. Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Underwood to change the date from 2022 to 2023 in 4 locations on Resolution 2, 2023. Please take the roll.
Ms. Dukestein,
Yes.
Mr. Wall,
Yes.
Ms. Underwood,
Yes.
Ms. Ward, Ms. Alexander,
Yes.
Ms. Blythe,
Yes.
Ms. Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Thank you.
Madam President,
1 second. Still writing,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Ms. Dewald?
I make a motion to adopt Resolution 2, 2023.
Madam President,
As amended. Ms. Dewald? As amended?
Oh, as amended? Yes, ma'am.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald, a second from Ms. Underwood, to adopt Resolution 2, 2023, as amended. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zor,
Yes,
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
thank you.
Second reading, Resolution Number 3, 2023, a resolution to certify the assessments to the county auditor for placement on the tax duplicate.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I move that we suspend the third reading for Resolution 3-2023.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Underwood and a second from Ms. Dewald to suspend the third reading on Resolution 3, 2023. Please take the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zor,
Yes,
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Madam President,
yes, Ms. Underwood?
I move to amend Resolution 3-2023 to correct the dates on the second page to reflect the year 2023 instead of 2022 in every place where the date is incorrect. It's a wordy motion.
Did you say Resolution 3?
Yes.
I see what I did. I had the wrong paper right there. I second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Underwood and a second from Ms. Dewald to amend Resolution 3, 2023 from on the second page where in every location where it says 2022 to modify that to state 2023. And again, I see 4 locations. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zor,
Yes,
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I move that we adopt Resolution 3-2023 as amended.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor to adopt Resolution 3, 2023, as amended by Ms. Underwood and second by Ms. Dewald. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zor,
Yes,
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
thank you.
Second reading, Resolution Number 4, 2023, a resolution to certify assessments to the county auditor for placement on the tax duplicate.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I move to suspend.
Madam President.
Ms. Dukestein?
I'd like to second that motion to suspend readings on Resolution 4, 2023.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Dukestein to suspend the third reading on Resolution 4, 2023. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWalm,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I move to amend the dates in 4 places on Resolution 4, 2023.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Underwood to amend. Lord, that word was gone. To amend Resolution 4, 2023 in 4 locations where it states 2022, to modify that to say 2023. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWalm,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
and Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I move to adopt Resolution 4, 2023.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Underwood to adopt Resolution 4, 2023. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWalm,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
Madam President,
And those
Dewald?
Underwood.
I move to suspend second and third reading of Resolution 5, 2023.
He has to read it first.
Oh, shoot. I was making it an early meeting.
Ready.
Just on a roll here.
Man.
First reading, Resolution Number 5, 2023, a resolution to decertify assessments to the county auditor for placement on the tax duplicate.
Ms. Dewald?
Now may I?
Yes.
I make a motion to suspend second and third readings on Resolution 5, 2023.
Madam President, I'll second that.
Do you know what? I have been remiss all night. I have not been calling for discussion. I apologize to everyone up here.
Nobody's
Well,
jumping
I
up and-
really want to know.
I'm
We want to talk
really
about it.
sorry. I was not.
It's going to be okay. I'm sure if somebody wanted discussion, I'm sorry.
I'm sure we would have jumped in.
Can't go back.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
If
not shy
somebody
about
wanted some
discussing.
discussion,
Can't go back.
somebody would have jumped in, I'm sure.
It just occurred to me because this is the first reading of this one, and so
Doesn't matter.
is there any discussion for this one?
Yes. Is someone making a amendment to correct my name?
Hmm?
I.e.
Oh, I.
Madam President,
It's not a check. I can't sign it the wrong way than the right way.
Ms. Dewald?
I make a motion to correct the spelling of the mayor's name on the second page. Should be Tracie.
Madam President,
Ms. Underwood?
I will second the motion because since someone doesn't know how to spell the mayor's name.
I'm sorry, we didn't finish the vote for the first one.
No, we didn't.
To suspend?
To suspend?
No, we didn't.
Here I am jumping the gun again.
So there's 2 motions on the floor.
Okay.
Let's go back to the first motion. See, now I
Sorry.
give you guys a break and ask for discussion, and then we get all jumbled up. All right, so let's go back to the motion to suspend. We have a motion on the floor to suspend second and third reading of Resolution 5, 2023. The first motion was placed by Ms. Dewald, second by Ms. Underwood. Mr. Hedger, please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson. Motion,
Yes.
motion passed 7-0.
Let's try that second one again.
Okay. I make a motion to amend on the second page, the mayor's name should be spelled Tracie.
Madam President, I'll second that.
Any discussion? Keep that in this time, though.
I would like to keep it the same.
All you have to do is vote no. All right. Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Underwood to amend the spelling of the mayor's name on the second page. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
I would like, I'm going to say discussion again, and I just want to make a note that, for the people watching in TV land, that what this document is, it's, apparently this citizen was charged a rental registration fee, and apparently it is a two-family, and they live in half. So the fee is not valid. So we are refunding that fee to them. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that this is to give a citizen their fee back, to refund them. Any other discussion?
Madam President,
Ms. Dewald?
I make a motion to adopt Resolution 5, 2023.
Madam President,
It's amended.
Ms. Underwood?
I'll second that.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Dewald and a second from Ms. Underwood to adopt Resolution 5, 2023. Please call the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
All right, I believe that is all legislation we have for tonight. The next on the agenda is further remarks from the audience, and there is still no one in the audience. So we'll move on to old business. Anyone have any old business?
Yes. Just a reminder, I think it's stuck in my brain at this time. We'll soon be into March, so we don't want to forget about the air conditioning for council chambers. It won't leave my mind because we burned up so bad last summer.
I would like to add one other item myself. This is as much for me as it is for everyone else. Our Ohio Ethics Commission filing reminder. It's due May 15th. And I know I keep filing this in my bag and then I forget to do it. So I'm trying to help y'all not get charged fees, just like me.
Do you remember, is it 300 a day?
It's something crazy. I thought it was 35 a day. Is it 300 a
It's
day?
something higher.
It's significant.
It's,
Yeah,
I know it's a per day late fee.
after you're late, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't give you my money.
No. Daggone government.
Yep.
All right. Any other old business? None? Any new business? Usually get some.
Madam President,
I make a, Madam President,
who are you going to call on?
I was still talking, so I don't even know who said something first. I don't know. I believe Miss Anderson said something.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Madam President,
Ms. Dewa?
I second that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Hedger, we have a motion on the floor from Ms. Anderson and a second from Ms. Dewald to adjourn the meeting. Please take the roll.
Dukestein,
Yes.
DeWall,
Yes.
Underwood,
Yes.
Zorb,
Yes.
Alexander,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passed 7-0.
This meeting is adjourned at 7:42.